Hello everyone and welcome back. I have a new phone finally. The previous one I was having a lot of problems was a Google Pixel, and finally the battery started to growing up and pushing the screen out. I had one of these dangerous batteries. Need to say that Google is going to send a new phone, despite not being guaranteed because it's a fire hazard. But I decided to buy another phone. I was not happy at all. Hope so the quality of the sound and the video is better. Before I was having things and the video was crashing and this type of thing. So hope so everything was better. Okay, so today as a new year, happy new year, I would like to do a video that I have not done for maybe 6 or 7 months, which is what is, in my opinion, the current 20 or 21 heroes you should work on. This is going to be a little bit a video where a lot of people will disagree. Okay, what I'm going to provide is you need to work in 20 heroes. This is going to be the 20 heroes I will recommend. Doesn't mean that the heroes can make themselves a good defense or can make themselves a good attack team. I'm not going to build these 16 heroes and have this in attack and defense. I'm going to provide a subset of heroes that work well versus almost everything. Also, I'm not going to say top 20 or top 27. I'm going to be the heroes that I think are mandatory. And in total, if I have not done wrong the numbers, it will be between 20 to 22 heroes I think you need to have. Okay, first one, I'm not used to get to the phone. Let me go for the first one, will be Oya. Oya can do a lot of damage, can be tanky, and has the hunting ability, which is a unique ability, and it's very important because it's able to pull the hero with the lower health to the front line, and this breaks a lot of teams. This is the reason why Oya is that good. The problem of Oya the is the armor penetration. She does not have armor penetration, and this is very important because she needs armor penetration. So remember, you play with Oya, like my Oya is level 70. As you see, it's completely new game. Is level 70. I would like to level up her to level 80 sooner than later. And the problem she has is a lot of critical hit because of the talisman. Very few magic defense, not amazing, but via glyphs you can increase a little bit more, so it will be okay. But armor, very low armor. She just got an armor skin, so it will be around 10,000 more than what you are seeing. So 13,000 is still very low. Health, a lot of health, so you don't care too much about the armor. Physical attack is very low, but because the percentage of her skills are very high. Okay, this is the reason that looks like very small in physical attack, but she has very crazy percentage in the skills. Okay, but it does not have armor penetration. So Oya always need to play with a hero that gives you damage for critical hits like Sebastian, or you need to play with something that does armor penetration. Okay, like Cascade or Tristan. Tristan is the best one. Okay, first hero Oya. The second hero will be what I consider the best supporting hero for physical teams, which is Tristan. And the main reason is because Tristan artifact, okay, which is armor penetration, goes very well with his skills, okay. And the main reason is, I think it's this one here. Okay, first increase the physical attack, but the most important is this part here, which is Tristan gets energy as the front hero gets energy. And this is the reason like Tristan used to be played with 2 tanks in front of him, or at least 1 tank in front of him, because when that hero gains energy, Tristan also gains energy, which means Tristan ultimate faster than any other hero in the game. Okay, works very well within like Luther, because Luther gets a lot of damage, Luther and a tank. Okay, Luther is a tank, but the idea is Luther jumps in the middle of the team, receive damage, the tank in front of you receive damage. This is the old tough team, or with Kayla and another tank, okay? Also, Tristan burns the energy or the energy of the hero with the higher armor penetration, so go very well against magic team. So Tristan, a lot of health, okay, as you can see here, a lot of armor, or Oki's armor, and not bad at all. Does damage by himself, ultimates very fast, burns energy, so this is the reason Tristan works very well. So Tristan, Oya, the next 2 heroes. And then after that, I will put Kayla. Okay, the main reason of Kayla, particularly after the release of the armor penetration, she gets 20,000 of armor penetration. My Kayla is level 70. Okay, doesn't have armor penetration as a glyph, but Kayla has a lot of damage right now, 84,000. Probably a level 80 will go close to 90k of damage with 20,000. The point of Kayla is she jumps in the middle of the other team, so jumps the tank and does a lot of damage of area, so can kills a lot. It's very difficult to deal with. Corvus counters Kayla, but it's true that if you play with Fafnir and Aiden, sometimes the altar does not align properly or does not does enough damage, then Kayla jumps back to your own team, and then the altar has not killed Kayla, and then Kayla is not going to jump again at the same time that altar is going to be again there. If this happens, you will lose the battle. Okay, so Corvus is not like 100% guaranteed counter of Kayla. Okay, there are things that you need to take into account there. So amazing hero, amazing damage dealer. Okay, the next one, and I know a lot of people will say Aiden, so I will not say Aiden, I will say Fafnir. Okay, why? Because Seal of Fafnir, increase of damage of Fafnir, works very well with Kayla, whereas Aiden melee is very good with Kayla, of course, but and protects other things and is good versus Hydra, etc. But I think Fafnir has much more. You can use Fafnir with much more other heroes. Like you can use Fafnir with Yasmine. You can use Fafnir with Lara, which is a very good combo. Lara, Fafnir, Andvari with Tempus on time, with Astaroth, etc. versus any Dante Octavia physical teams. Okay, so I will say Fafnir. Okay, these are my four first heroes I will recommend. So. Kayla, let me go here. Kayla and Tristan and supporting Fafnir. Okay, this is the top 4 heroes I will build. Go very well as a team. You can put any tank in front of. You don't have a tank, you can put a very dirty Aiden. This team will work very well. Okay, the only thing is you don't have the talisman, the first talisman of Tristan. I will recommend to put a tank. Okay, because Tristan doesn't have that much health, because doesn't have also that much armor, so it cannot work really as a tank. And if you load Tristan, you lose armor penetration. With armor penetration, Oya does not work that well. Okay, these are my 4 heroes. The other, next one, it will be very obvious for everyone, will be Dante with the combo of Octavia. Okay, Dante Octavia. The main reason of these two is the dodge team is the best defense team in my opinion. Very difficult to counter them. They are very aggressive also in attack, so I will recommend. Octavia doesn't require that much investment. Dante requires a lot of investment you can give. My Dante currently is level 75, and this, you go to stats, I think here, you will see his stats. Doesn't not have that much health, does not have that much armor, but has a lot of dodge, and you can also go to, okay, skip. You can also go to this second talisman and you will increase the dodge of Dante. Also, Dante has skills that provide dodge to him and the whole team. This is Dante Octavia mandatory. And then the other 2 heroes I will build and I will put with Dante Octavia is not because maybe it's the best combination with Dante Octavia, but are heroes that you need it 100% and they don't do bad with Dante Octavia. And these are Corvus Morrigan. The main reason of Corvus is, as I mentioned, is because of the altar against Kayla. You need Corvus against Kayla. And you need Morrigan, not because it's the best hero, it's because current meta, you need Morrigan, particularly for when this, I think it's this one, right? Like the necromancy, yes, cancel this one. The one that cancel the resurrection. So cancel the resurrection of Aiden, cancel the resurrection of Astaroth. Okay, this is the main reason. Okay, so Dante Octavia, best team in defense currently, very good team in let me see if I remember this. Octavia with support. Okay, Morrigan here. Corvus is a tank, and Octavia is no support. Yeah, here, sorry. Okay, this will be the second team I will recommend to anyone in the game. Again, not because this is the best combo. People will say in attack, for example, with Nebula, Iris will be better, 100%. But Corvus counters Kayla. Somehow, I say it's not 100%, but the best cheap counter for Kayla. Morrigan counters the resurrection. They work very well because Octavia does increase the dodge by 3 to the front line when the front line is a Eternity hero like Corvus it is. It will give dodge to Corvus. Corvus is very good, particularly with the new release, or not new, but the last year release of the Super Skin Health Skin has made Corvus quite strong. Okay, and then this thing could do a lot of damage. You can put here anything. Honestly, the 5th hero could be almost anything. Only thing I will advise is very careful, don't put a hero with very low health. Instead, is the hero is Cascade because Cascade move. The main reason is because of Heidi, okay? It will be my next 4 heroes I will recommend and explain the reasons. It's a combination between you need to have counters against the current meta and they work well. Okay, after that, my suggestion, which probably will be weird because it's not really a team, but it's a combination of a team. And this case will be what I consider to be the best tank in the game. But currently, because of the meta, it's not as good as it was before, but still being an amazing tank. And I think it's the best tank for anything that is not the current meta. And this is Julius, okay? The shields of Julius, particularly my Julius is level 60. I need to increase a couple of things. And this is the current stats. As you see, Julius has a lot of health. Let's see what happened with the new talisman, because it was not amazing talisman. It was armor penetration. But anyways, like, let's see what happens. Does not have too much armor, but you don't care because what you care is about shields and the physical attack, because the shields are related with the physical attack. Julius removes a lot of marks, Julius counters a lot of heroes, is a very strong tank, also gives you as a artifact critical hits to the whole team, okay, which makes a lot of damage, particularly with some teams, like for example, you have this Kayla, Aiden, or Kayla Fafnir with Tristan, Oya. Having a strong Julius is very important, okay, and also has the engineer team, which is the traditional Julius, Judge, Isaac. I don't think works that well, and then this is the reason that I will recommend as the next 2 heroes, the combo Julius, Soleil. I know this will be discussed, people will disagree, I prefer fine. I think Soleil currently has only one skin, which is Magic Attack Super Skin, but Soleil with Julius make a huge combo, and the main reason is because of the Halo. Giving health to Julius, removing marks to Julius, protect Julius when Julius is the best tank in the game is very important. This combo is very, very, very strong, okay? I have seen Julius, Nebula with Soleil. Nebula increase always front and back hero, okay, and it's very strong, okay? Then, as a third hero for this team, some people will say Isaac, which I perfectly agree. Isaac works very well. You can play with Isaac, option 1, or there is another hero that can be used in much more other places. Isaac can be only used with Julius, okay? I don't see Isaac being used outside of Julius mainly. It does not perform that well, and that's the reason I will not recommend Isaac. Instead, there is one hero that can be used in multiple places, can be used in Hydra, is super strong, the shield is super strong, super good in defense, because if you don't kill it soon, the level will start increasing the health of the whole team, and then probably you will go to a draw. And this is Aiden, okay? Go very well because it will protect Julius, it will protect Soleil in case then Soleil is picked up by Oya, and the shields are very good on how the shields work with Julius, okay? So I will recommend 100% Aiden. Also, it gives you it opens opportunity to create magic teams like with Sessa, or with critical hits with Sebastian, Yasmine, Lara, for example, and having Aiden there to protect against things like Helios. Okay, so as a third team, this one. Okay, Julius. Again, I know that people will disagree. I know that maybe it's not what the things that people were thinking I will put. Where is? I thought Soleil was here. Yeah, it's here. Okay, this is the third team I will recommend. There are a lot of combos here, doesn't require to be this team. You can move back and forth, okay, and I will explain why is this, okay? Then the next 3 teams, the next 3 heroes, sorry, are heroes that I always or almost use always in attack, okay? And they work very well with any of the previous team, particularly this team or other teams, okay? And these are the best attack hero, in my opinion, of the game. Attack, never play in defense because it's hard countered by Octavia. Iris, okay, by far one of the best attack magic heroes in the game, if it's not the best, in my opinion, okay? Then we have another hero that I don't think is amazing, but it's a must-have, and I am sad because it's something that you cannot get if you didn't get it, but it's a must-have hero if you play against Dante Octavia, and this is Lara, okay? The reason is does a lot of damage, it stands, and you need stands against Octavia, okay? So it's a hero that does damage and stands, okay? Particularly my Lara is level 80, so it's maxed, it's 145, is the max you can get Lara. Maybe you can play a little bit with the talisman more and get better results, but this is the best. And then because of the current meta, okay, Tempus. Okay, Tempus is very good against physical teams. because focus on the hero of the higher armor penetration, you invalidate this hero, counters heroes like Tristan or Lara, okay, or Cascade, and is cheap to build, doesn't require to have any skin, to be honest. So I will recommend having Tempus, okay? This is the attack things. And why this is good is because, for example, you can play, imagine the three things I mentioned before. Maybe you can take Fafnir out and put Fafnir Lara with Julius, Soleil, and Tempus, for example, as a third line. And then Aiden, that was in the third team, can move up with Oya, Tristan, Kayla, Aiden, and maybe one tank. Okay? So far, I think if I don't count wrong, we are talking about 14 heroes, okay? This is the 14 heroes, the top 14 heroes, no question asked. I will recommend to build as soon as possible. Also, Iris, you can play Iris with Julius Soleil. Iris is a very good combo with Aiden and something else. Honestly, like anything else. Okay? But in attack, always. Don't think about it in defense. For example, one team that I almost beat always any progress team, okay, is this one here. Then Soleil, okay? For example, this team here is a team that destroys any progress team and destroys a lot of teams, okay? It does a lot of damage. Increase the power of Julius, increase the power of Soleil, which means increase the power of Julius. Then you have Iris doing a lot of damage that combines very well with Soleil. And then you have Isaac for protection and for more shields, okay? Then, who are going to be the next heroes? It will be what I consider a very good heroes, particularly in defense. I am not that convinced to use them in attack, but it's mandatory. You will see always goes very well. You can always put them in any team. Doesn't require, one of them doesn't require that much investment, the other requires, and these are Sebastian with Yasmine, okay? Sebastian doesn't require that much investment, Yasmine requires a lot of investment, but really not that much, that it does that many damage. Then forget about magic defense, all these skins, forget about this, focus on physical attack, a little bit of critical hits. You already got critical hits from the talisman, you don't need to do the critical hits, okay, at all, you don't need to do the book, you don't want, focus mainly in all you can get armor penetration, but you cannot get because it's Yasmine. It's very similar to what happened with Oya, but this is super difficult to beat. You can put Yasmine, for example, with Dante Octavia as a first hero, and it will be a very strong hero to kill. You can put this with the Julius, Soleil, Aiden team I was mentioned before. You can put this also with the Oya Tristan. You can put Oya Tristan, Yasmine, Sebastian. You know, you can do a lot of combos. It glues in any team. These two will do a lot of damage since the beginning, can be put in any team, difficult to kill in attack, sorry, in defense. In attack, the point is Jasmine is a little bit low health, since you don't have it at level 80, and it's because it depends on critical hit, it's not always amazing, but if you have Sebastian with it, you can reduce the risk, and you have the skin, I think, and the talisman, it has like, plus the ultimate of Jasmine, it gives like maybe 40k in total of critical hits, and it's a lot, like probability to do critical hits like more than 90% in each of the attacks she does, and I think she does 7 or 8 attacks, so brutal, okay? This is, the combo is super cheap, a super cheap Sebastian, and invest in Yasmine, and then you can use this in attack and in defense, and it will be my recommendation, okay? So with this, we have talked about 16 heroes. So you want to build these 16 heroes, you will have very good defense and very good attack heroes, okay? Very good 13s, you will beat almost a lot of the current metas, it will work very well. Only issue you have count is I have provided only one tank so far, okay? I have provided only one tank, which is Julius, and that's it, and this cannot work. Like sometimes Dante Octavia, yes, doesn't require to be a tank. You can play with Tristan Oya as a tank. You have the talisman of Tristan, can work. If you don't have the talisman of Tristan, is dangerous. So now is when we are going to speak about tanks. There are 2 tanks I will recommend. Okay, oh wait, sorry, and also I mentioned Corvus. You have Julius and Corvus. It's only 2 tanks I recommend. There are other 2 tanks that, because of the current meta, I will recommend. Doesn't mean that they are good tanks. In my opinion, they are, particularly Astaroth and Andvari. I know it's not Andvari is not considered a tank, but it's a tank, okay? And the main reason is Astaroth Resurrection go very well against Yasmine. As I mentioned before, everyone plays with Yasmine defense. So if there is not Morrigan and you play with Astaroth, when Yasmine kill a hero, you can try to resurrect that hero. If that hero is a critical hero, then depends, like for example, if mine is your Lara or is the damage dealer, it will give you a lot of things. Also, Astaroth bans the energy of the further hero. Also, Astaroth got the super skin, the 6th skin, it was a health. He got also an amazing talismans. One against, the first one against magic teams, and the second, which is armor and health, very good against physical teams. Okay, so Astaroth, very good because of the talisman, very good because of the abilities. So a tank that always works. It's not always the, oh, for this team is the best tank. Maybe it is not, but you can put it there. Okay, so very recommended, okay, to use it, particularly in attack, very important. And then we have Andvari. Andvari is mandatory against some Dante Octavia teams because of the stance. Is your tank, doesn't allow Dante to push your team back because it has this rune that grab the rune air that takes the team, okay, and avoids to go back. So let me show you what I'm talking about here. Okay, I think it's Living Earth is called. Okay, they cannot be knocked out, so Dante will not push the enemy back. And then it has a lot of stands and stands and stands all the place. Okay, so this is the reason Andvari and Astaroth is the two tanks you need to build. With this, we go to 18 heroes. Okay, you have this. That's it. If you tell me, hey, what I do first, Astaroth of Andvari, with the current meta, I will say Andvari. Okay, I will play with Andvari in this case. Okay, and in the order I have provided to you the things. And then finally, what should be your next 4 heroes, or which 4 heroes I will recommend? Again, not mandatory. I think some of them has lost value. Depends on how the meta goes, but goes very well. The first one is Astrid, and the main reason of Astrid is it's not energy based, so goes very well against Astaroth because Astrid goes at the back usually of the team, so Astaroth will not burn the energy of Astrid because Astrid does not use energy, it's the only hero that does not use energy. And also it ultimates very fast, so gives you armor to the whole team very fast. It throws Lucas, which means it's a good deal against Yasmine, and also does a lot of damage because of her talisman of armor penetration, okay? But I am not using that much Astrid. I was using Astrid against Kayla, Aiden, Oya, Tristan. I don't use that much Astrid anymore. This is the reality. Then the other hero I will recommend is, of course, Nebula. It works very well, but it's very positional based because increase front and back. But amazing hero, okay? Like particular amazing hero, like with Iris very good, with Julius very good, Julius, Soleil, with Nebula in the middle, very good hero. Doesn't require that much investment. Her first talisman was very good because it was magic attack and increased her abilities. Very good hero, okay? And then the other 2 that I will recommend is, of course, Cascade. Okay, let me put everything here. No, as a team, like they are positional depending on defense. So this means depending on who is in defense, you will play sometimes or no. Okay. The next one is Cascade. Works very well against Fire Siblings. Go very well against Yasmine in Dante Octavia teams because of the damage output of Cascade. Need to be a lot of investment. You need the super skin physical attack. You need the armor penetration. You need the talisman of physical attack. The first one. Okay. And also works very well in Dante Octavia in defense. Dante Octavia with Cascade works very well. Okay, so I use sometimes, again, it's a conditional or positional type of hero. It's not a hero, none of the heroes you are seeing right now is a mandatory heroes. It's the next 4 after building the 18 heroes I mentioned before. And the last one, and it will be a surprise, I imagine, for a lot of people, is Heidi. Heidi is very bad hero. It's not a hero I will recommend, but it's mandatory against some Dante Octavia lines. You don't see any more these Dante Octavia lines where the 4 position hero has low health, and the main reason is because Heidi counters these lines. Andvari, Nebula, Heidi, this team was used a lot against Dante Octavia teams, and they have changed this to use more physical heroes with high health because of Heidi. But if you don't have Heidi, you will not be able to beat these old Dante Octavia meta teams. Okay, no one's used anymore, so maybe because no one's used anymore, then don't use Heidi. But you find things like Corvus, Dante, Nebula, Iris, Octavia. Okay, you can go with your own Octavia. But is that one is Cascade? Or or similar like this, you need Heidi. Heidi will be able to beat this type of teams, and if you don't have Heidi will not be able to. But saying this, it has been long time without using Heidi. Why? Because you have Astaroth, Andvari, Tempus, Lara, Fafnir, okay, and sometimes Aiden, which was the heroes I mentioned before. Taking into account this, I am going to remove Heidi from this situation, because with your 18 heroes, at the first 18 heroes, you will be able to counter probably the majority of Dante Octavia, okay? So to summarize, your first heroes, in my opinion, should be Oya Tristan, Kayla with Fafnir, then followed by this should be Octavia Dante with Corvus and Morrigan, okay? After this, in my opinion, I don't this a lot of people will disagree about this. Julius, Aiden for sure people will not disagree. Aiden is very good hero with Soleil, okay? And after that, if you have the opportunity or you got it, invest in Lara, the best attack hero in my opinion, Iris, with one of the best counters against physical teams, Tempus, okay? And after that, then the combo that always fits everywhere, the Yasmine Sebastian, okay? And after that, you need tanks, and I will go first with Andvari, and then with Astaroth, okay? And then what I mentioned, with these 18 heroes, you can beat the majority of the teams. There is no replacement for Lara, by the way, I will not lie to you, but the next one will be Astrid. I will do probably Nebula before Astrid, to be honest, and then Cascade. Okay, this team here is my recommendation. Okay, so let me know what you think. Hope it helps. So for new players, and again, this will be the 21 heroes I recommend, or the 18 heroes I will recommend, which will give you attack and defense. I have not spoken about Hydra. You need Sessa, you need Massey in this team, another team faceless with Martha, and of course Aiden. Okay, I have not put here Sessa. It's very important Sessa hero against Hydra, but I have done a lot of videos about Hydra, so, and I don't think it's that important anymore because it's super easy to kill the Hydras. But if it's not your case, you need Sessa before anything to play with Aiden, okay? And then Massive possible, and then a dirty Martha and a dirty Faceless only with cloning the Faceless, cloning Martha, and Martha ultimating is enough, okay? Have a good day, and let me know